Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your very own channel, Limitless Mind. This is the place where we bring you ideas, stories, and lessons that can transform the way you see your life and the way you chase your dreams. Today's topic is powerful, emotional, and truly life-changing, from failure to victory, turning setbacks into comebacks. Life is never a straight road. It's full of bumps, twists, and unexpected detours. There are moments when everything seems to fall apart, when dreams shatter, when efforts seem wasted, and we begin to wonder, am I really capable of succeeding? But here's the truth: failure is not the end. Failure is a beginning. Failure and success are two sides of the same coin. There is not a single person in history who has achieved greatness without facing failure. The difference between those who gave up and those who made history is simple: persistence. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This is the mindset that turns failure into success. Let's take a look at a few stories of people who failed but refused to quit. One of the greatest examples is Abraham Lincoln. Before he became the President of the United States, he lost multiple elections, faced countless personal tragedies, and failed in business. Time after time, he fell. But he never gave up. Eventually, he rose to become one of the greatest leaders in history, remembered as the man who ended slavery and preserved the Union. Had he accepted failure as the end, history would have forgotten him. Then there's J.K. Rowling, the world-famous author of Harry Potter. Before her success, she was living in poverty, struggling as a single mother. Publishers rejected her manuscript dozens of times. Some told her the story would never sell. But she held on to her vision. Today, the Harry Potter series is one of the best-selling book franchises in the world. Imagine if she had given up after the first rejection. Another remarkable story is that of Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time. In high school, he was actually cut from his basketball team. He could have said, "I'm not good enough," and walked away. But instead, he trained harder than ever. Later, he became the man who transformed basketball forever. Jordan himself said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." What do all these stories tell us? They teach us that failure is not an enemy. Failure is a teacher. It gives us lessons that success never could. Now, the question is, how can you turn your failures into victories? The first step is changing your perspective. If you look at failure as a dead end, it will stop you. But if you see it as a stepping stone, it will take you higher. The second step is patience. Success doesn't come overnight. It takes time, sacrifice, and persistence. If you are patient enough to keep going, success will eventually come knocking. The third step is learning from failure. Every failure carries a lesson. It shows you what doesn't work. It teaches you how to be better. If you pay attention, failure will guide you toward success. The fourth step is belief. You must believe in your dream, even when no one else does. The world laughs at dreamers, until those dreamers change the world. Let's look at a few more powerful examples. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, was once fired from his own company. Think about that, being kicked out of the company you created. But instead of quitting, he built new companies, innovated relentlessly, and years later, returned to Apple. Under his leadership, Apple became one of the most successful companies on the planet. If he had let failure break him, there would be no iPhone, no iPad, no Mac as we know them today. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison for standing against injustice. Almost 3 decades behind bars, many would have given up hope. But Mandela did not. When he was finally released, he didn't seek revenge, he sought unity. He became the president of South Africa and inspired the world with his message of peace and equality. Failure never destroyed these people. It built them. There's a saying, failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. When you fail, don't ask, "Why me?" Instead, ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" That simple shift in mindset can change your entire life. Yes, people will laugh at you. Yes, some will doubt you. Yes, there will be moments when you question yourself. But remember, those who dare to keep going through the storm are the ones who reach the rainbow. Your greatest strength in life is not that you never fall, but that you always rise after falling. That's real courage. Let me give you another quote to carry with you. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius. Think about your own life. Haven't you had moments when you thought it was over, but later realized those setbacks actually guided you to something better? That's the beauty of failure. It redirects you, reshapes you, and makes you stronger. Sometimes failure is life's way of testing how badly you want something. Sometimes it's life's way of saying, not yet, but keep going. Look at Colonel Harland Sanders, the founder of KFC. He was 65 years old when he began his journey. He knocked on the doors of more than 1,000 restaurants trying to sell his fried chicken recipe. Over 1,000 rejections. But he never gave up. Today, KFC is one of the biggest fast food chains in the world. Imagine if he quit after the 100th rejection, or the 500th, or the 999th. This is proof that it's never too late to start over. Failure doesn't care about your age, your background, or your circumstances. It only asks, will you try again? The truth is, most people give up right before success arrives. They stop digging just inches away from gold. Don't let that be you. Let's talk about your comeback. Right now, you might be facing rejection. You might be struggling financially. You might feel stuck. You might even feel broken. But let me tell you this. You are not broken, you are being shaped. You are not finished, you are just getting started. Every failure you face is preparing you for the victory that's waiting. Every closed door is leading you to the right one. Every rejection is redirecting you to where you truly belong. So when failure knocks on your door, welcome it. Don't run from it. Don't fear it. Ask it, what lesson do you have for me? Because one day, this very failure will be the reason behind your greatest success. Remember this, the world doesn't remember those who never tried. The world remembers those who kept going, even when everything told them to stop. So if you're failing right now, if you're struggling right now, know this is not the end of your story. This is the chapter that makes your story unforgettable. Your setbacks can become your greatest comebacks. Your failures can become your victories. And your scars can become the proof of your strength. So rise, dreamer. Rise, fighter. Rise, believer. The world is waiting for your comeback story. This was today's message, straight from your channel, Limitless Mind. If this video touched you, if it gave you strength, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with someone who needs this message today. And always remember, every failure you face today is building the foundation of your success tomorrow. Don't give up. Keep moving. Your victory is closer than you think.